Joey Johnson says he started messing with drugs when he was 16.
And, I found meth really, pretty easily.
Johnson says the drugs helped to soothe his internalized pain about his sexual orientation.
I've never necessarily been comfortable with the fact that I'm a gay man. I've always been in the closet. Growing up, I wasn't comfortable in high school coming out. I pretty much hated the person that I was.
That's where Stepping Stone comes in. The Recovery Center first opened its doors in City Heights in 1976 and hasn't stopped serving the queer community since then, even through an ongoing pandemic. Stepping Stone Outpatient Director Pam Highfill says the rehab facility has come a long way from its humble roots.
It got the property. It was at the time 4 or 6 little cottages here. That's how we got kicked off. That's how we started. And then over the years, it's continued to grow.
Highfill says the nonprofit organization is the only one in the region that specializes in the LGBTQ community.
A lot of places turn to us when dealing with issues related to the LGBTQ community. We do a lot with transgenders. That's been out the gate. So that's of course, every place has to now, but back in the day, the other facilities didn't know what do they do.
For graduates of Stepping Stone's residential program in City Heights, the organization also offers a sober living program. Johnson began that process recently. The 32-year-old has been to a couple of different rehab facilities and relapsed more than once, but he says he felt understood at Stepping Stone, unlike at other treatment centers.
Making bad choices and using drugs has constantly led me to homelessness and, selling my body, ending up in the hospital more times than I'd want, for numerous reasons. I pretty much lost my way. And, this was the one place where I've been to other rehabilitation centers, and this was the one place I felt a special closeness to people that nowhere else could really provide.
Chris Miller is the organization's director of programs, but he was once a client and says Stepping Stone saved his life.
23 years ago, I went through a Stepping Stone outpatient. I've been clean and sober since then.
Miller says many people still misunderstand substance abuse and how it affects the LGBTQ community. He says many clients feel a sense of shame when reaching out for help.
There's, stigma of the addiction. There's, stigma of being gay and lesbian, not accepted in the community. Transgender, we serve transgender clients. Some of the individuals are HIV positive, so there's stigma associated with that.
Joe Westcott is the lead counselor at Stepping Stone's outpatient facility in North Park. But back in 2017, he was a client too.
We tackle the reasons why they use. And a majority of our clients are meth users, and there's a lot of drug sex links that we have to work through, and this is just a safe place for them and myself to do that.
For Westcott, the best part of the center was, and still is, the community it offers.
Initially, when I left here, I would come back and just sit downstairs on the benches when I was feeling a little squirrely or having a lot of cravings. So this place has just a feeling, and they call it like there's a miracle here that happens.
For clients who have attended different Stepping Stone programs over the years, Miller says the journey often comes full circle, like it did for himself and Westcott. They work for the organization that provided them sobriety to help the Stepping Stone community further grow, and with it, guide others like Johnson to follow similar pathways to recovery. Jacob Aere, KPBS News.